Welcome back to my channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. For this Halloween look, I am creating a spider mouth voodoo witch doctor from like the 1800s. I'm really feeling these vibes and I hope you are too. If you want to see how I created this look, make sure you stay tuned. Alright, y'all, it's about to get real. So first things first, I'm going to get rid of my brows. For this look, they serve me absolutely no purpose. Now I'm going to be using a standard glue stick. I'm just going to heavily coat them with this glue stick. Next, I'm going to go in with some baby powder. I'm going to be using this to just lay a thin coat over top of my brows. This will give me a smooth base to work with. Next, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Sand and carve out my eyelids. Now, this is my first time ever doing anything like this. I'm not a pro. Some things I will be doing out of order, like this, for example. I decided to just go ahead and cover my entire brow area up as well with that concealer because it just makes sense because I do have to do my brows and I was not about to do it over some powder. So, yeah. Now I'm going to be going in with my Kiss Brow Pencil in the shade Black, and I'm going to begin sketching out the brows for this look. For this look, I wanted to go for really intense brows, or as intense as I could get them. I wanted them to be super arched, really pigmented, really thick, and I just wanted to look angry. Next, I'm going to go in with a NYX liquid liner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to be outlining and filling in my brows with this. And I will admit I was struggling trying to make these bad boys look like they were sisters, but we got through it. Moving on to my eyes, I'm going into my Take Me Back to Brazil palette from BH Cosmetics and taking this orange color and using it as my transition shade. I'm also going to be trying to build this as much as possible because I really want it to be vibrant. Next, I'm going to grab this red color and build that on top of the orange shade. Now I'm going to grab my Urban Decay Born to Run palette and pull the shade Punk out of this palette and place this in the crease of my eye while also pulling it out to the outer V of my eye as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab Jet out of this palette and place this on the remainder of my lid. Throw your fucking hands up. So Jet was kind of like a base for that black. Now I'm going to go in with Noir out of the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm just going to follow up behind Jet with this shade. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black, and I'm going to create a small wing just because I didn't feel like this look needed a dramatic wing. For my mascara, I'm going to be using NYX Worth the Hype on my top lashes. Then I'm going to be going in with Maybelline's Lash Discovery Mini Brush. You can get it out of a drugstore. But I'm going to be using it on my bottom lashes. I love how small the head of it is. It's so cute. But it's really easy to use for your bottom lashes. Very, very helpful. Now moving on to my face, I'm just clearing out some of the concealer and some fallout from the eyeshadow. I was really indecisive on what to do with this concealer brow thing I had going on. So I figured just to take some away so that I could then prime my forehead. For my primer today, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Blemish Control Primer. I really love this primer. If you do suffer with acne, I do recommend you get a blemish control primer or something with acne treatment in it. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Sienna. And as you can see from my brows, it's still pretty light around that area, so I decided to go in with a smaller brush from Real Techniques, and I just took some of that foundation and applied it with that. Now I'm going to grab the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Deep Sand. So not Tan Sand, but Tan Deep Sand. And I'm going to use this as my concealer for today. I've been back and forth indecisive about, Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I did a review for them. This was the one that I was hoping would work for me. And in that video, during that time, I just really wasn't feeling it as much. But I actually liked it for this look, and I might end up wearing it in the future as well. It really turned out pretty good. Now for my contour, I'm going to be going in with BH Cosmetics Medium to Deep Contour Kit. I'm going to be using the darkest shade, as you can see. And I'm just going to begin sculpting out my cheekbones. To set my concealed areas today, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Loose Setting Powder in the shade Yellow. And I was noticing that some of the concealer was still peeping through my brows, so I just went back with a little bit more foundation to touch that up. And now I'm just wiping away any excess of the loose setting powder left behind. Now I'm going to go in with my Urban Luxe eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to grab this black shade, and I'm going to start creating the tired eye effect. I call it the tired eye. I want it to make this look as if I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm kind of dead, like I feel like this adds that look to it. I really don't know what it's called, y'all, just bear with me. And I'm also just playing around with other lighter tones, more so ones that are closer to my skin tone, to kind of soften that black. Now with that same black shade, I'm going to go ahead and intensify my contour to kind of give my face a little bit more, I guess, definition, more sculpt. I'm trying to give the impression that I'm kind of half dead. Looks like I've maybe missed a meal or 100 or, but not completely a skeleton. Oh yeah, and I was able to find something to clear up the patchiness in my brows. I found a NYX powdered liner. It's really old, but I think it did a pretty good job bringing it all together. I'm going back into that Urban Luxe palette from BH Cosmetics and using that same black shade, and I'm putting it on my forehead. I just felt like this is needed just to bring the look together a little bit more. Alright you guys, so it's time to bring the lips together with the face. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my lip gloss that I'm wearing, and I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Deep Sand and conceal my lips completely. And then I'm going to follow up with the ColourPop Loose Setting Powder in the shade Yellow and set that. Now for my lips, I'm just going to be going back and forth with Urban Luxe and Take Me Back to Brazil, both from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to be playing with colors, just trying to create the perfect irritated mouth look. Since a spider is technically living in my mouth, or it's coming out of my mouth, I'm pretty sure it looks like this in real life. And I'm going to add a little bit of black in the center of my mouth as well. I just want to enhance the look of just having a lifeless mouth because a spider lives within my mouth. And also I'm using black because my spider would be black, so I just figured it would, go really well together. Moving on to the creation of the spider mouth, I'm going in with the same liquid liner that I used earlier for my brows from NYX, and I'm starting off from the center of my mouth where the black shadow is and doing short strokes, creating the spider legs. Definitely do not beat yourself up about creating these legs. They do not have to be perfect. They don't need to look crazy either, but if they do have, a few lines that just look a little bit messy, it's okay because they probably are going to look like a furry or fuzzy spider anyways, and those exist and it still looks realistic, so don't beat yourself up about that. Now to make this look three-dimensional, it's pretty simple. You just want to take a black shadow and draw it from the outer tip of the leg to the inner part of the body of the spider, and that's pretty much it. So I decided to bring down the corpse effect to my neck, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer again, and then I'm going to go in with some black shadow and just kind of carve out the structure of my neck to kind of make it look a little bit more deathly or death-like. But yeah, at this point, I'm just doing some final touches, taking out my earrings, kind of trying to enhance my angry brows and, bringing my concealer down to my shoulder a little bit more. But this is pretty much it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post every Wednesday. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next as far as makeup. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. Peace out.
But there's the rain and there's the soil. So tears run to a predestined end.